This is Pinksha Kyalo Boots from Behavior, working towards achieving holistic health for everybody. Happy Diwali to all of you. We humans are born vulnerable and dependent on another, be it a parent or caregiver, for our needs to be met as well as our survival. These basic criteria lead to attachment, emotional and mental, to another individual, and these attachment define our relationships. In psychological terms, these aspect is called the attachment style that define the bond we share with another individual. It is established that how we were treated when we were infants, when we were dependent and vulnerable, influences our attachment styles. What it means is that how we were treated by our caregivers in our early childhood, infancy days, determine how we bond with other individuals. Because when we depend on another, we also learn about reliability, trust, as well as it also defines our self esteem, our confidence, our general faith in other individuals. And if we see it collectively, the internal and external factors influence a lot how we form relationship and how we work through them, how we maintain them, sustain them, thrive in them, and also how we let them affect us. Relationships need dependence as well as protection and safety. It's a giving and receiving for both parties, where you provide something and you receive something. At the core of it, these are not monetary or materialistic things that matter, but more of qualitative assets like sense of safety, communication, loyalty, trust, etc. When we see attachment styles that define the grounds on which the relationships or the bonds are formed, we can put them based on the anxiety and avoidance that they bring in the relationship. Attachment styles can be seen in four forms. The first one is secure attachment, where there is low anxiety and low avoidance, which means this relationship brings you less anxiety as well as you avoid it less. Then there is avoidant attachment style, which brings low anxiety but is high in avoidance. Then there is anxious attachment style, which is low in avoidance but high in anxiety. The last one is fearful avoidant or avoidant anxious attachment style. This is where anxiety is high as well as avoidance is high. Now, to make it simple, anxiety is constant questioning, not being sure, always trying to figure out things, which will also lead to being clingy, being always wanting that assurance, while avoidance is maintaining a distance, pardon me. That is, you don't trust another person to completely open yourself up to them. There is probably a lack of safety in the relationship. This could be from another person involved or your own sense of safety that is not at peace. The healthiest is the secure attachment where there is low anxiety. That means you're not constantly seeking assurance, you're not constantly questioning the sincerity of the relationship that you hold with another person, and there is less avoidance as well. That means you are willing to open up and be honest and genuine with the another person. So when it comes to avoidant attachment, anxious attachment, and avoidant anxious attachment style, these are considered more on an unhealthier side, so considered insecure attachment styles. However, as we grow and work our way through our adult years, where our brain is developing, we start forming our own perspective, have our own thoughts. we can influence how we form our relationships. Thus, the primary attachment style that we develop through our relationship with our caregiver or parent can be influenced and changed later on as we have finally gained the ability to make our own decision choices, see things from our own perspective, and have our own thoughts. Which also says that the attachment style that we had as children can be and will be influenced later on as we grow up and become an individual. This would be influenced by the friends we have and romantic relationships that we create as we grow up. The importance of having a secure attachment style, that is being low on anxiety and low on avoidance, that is willingness to open up and let another individual in your life while being ready to trust them and not cling on to them. It's a two-way process, no matter what relationship you are in. Brings you peace, calm, and makes you lead a healthier and happier life. However, the insecure attachment styles always keep you on the toe or keeps one closed down to themselves and not opening up to another person, which will impact the individual emotionally and mentally, which furthermore will influence all other areas of the life. Figuring out what attachment style we are in can be done by seeing how anxious or avoidant we are in our relationship. Also, all the relationship we have may have a different dynamics of attachment style. The primary attachment style is that which we have with our close kins, be it our close friends, family members, spouse, etc. It may vary from individual to individual based on their personality and feeling of safety. If one needs to change their attachment style from an insecure attachment style to the secure attachment style, you can ask yourself to identify what your attachment style is, how you react, and how you act in the relationship. Analyze your relationship patterns, how things work, what do you look for, what do you provide in the relationship, will help you realize what your attachment style is. Next is to work on your self esteem. The value that an individual sees in themselves helps them sort out a lot of anxiety as well as make a sane judgment or a reliable judgment on whom to open up with and whom not to open up with. Self esteem is a basic necessity for a variety of things in life. Self esteem is something that influences individual the most, be it their confidence, be it their communication, be it their social relationships, their work performance, everything revolves around your self esteem, your self awareness. The next thing that you need to work on while wanting to change your attachment style is getting in touch with the real needs you have. A lot of time, when we get angry or when something happens between two people in a relationship, we stop talking or we would just leave and isolate, telling them not to contact us back or not to think about us and everything is over. While later on, we wait for them to reach out, we wait for them to make an effort. This is where the real need is not portrayed. Telling them that you were hurt, telling that how it impacted you and what you need to be consoled, to be able to feel loved and cared for is important. Thus, getting in touch with the real need is important to have a secure attachment style. This also means that confronting the issue, be it yours or the other person or in general of the relationship, is important. Next, and an important part, is seeking therapy. Therapy is helpful for both the individual as the other person involved, as they can help you see through the relationship, your attachment style, your personality, the dynamics you two share in general, and how it is impacting you so that it's easier for you to make the necessary changes that are required. see through it, how it helps create better bonds, have a better life, a healthier, happier time ahead. Happy Diwali once again. Take care.